Hello. Okay. Hello, boys and girls. The Punisher here. And this is just me talking about a recent show that I wanted to acknowledge and talk about. So, I think from what it's saying, the show is relatively new to Netflix, but I'm talking about the Peaky Blinders show. It's the setting is like an old gangster, like 1920s, 1800, like around those times, like when Al Capone and them were alive, like old gangster stuff. It basically deals with a set group, and it's like a family business of people that are all brothers, sisters, aunt. Those are the kind of the main characters. You got Arthur, Tommy. Of course, you got Finn, but Finn comes in later. What's the other brother's name? John. John. There you go. John. Arthur, Tommy, John. Finn comes in later, but he does end up growing up a little bit. Uh, Dang, none of the names are coming to me right now. But like, but anyway, about the show. All of them are going through stuff to try to become. It's about at the first season. Basically, it's about Tommy and a couple of other people, and They came from the war, and they have like PTSD from the war, and it's tough for them to get over, and they're just like so bent on they some of them are still stuck on what happened, and the others are trying to move on, but they still have it like in their head, so it's kind of tough for them to overcome that. But they're working together, and they're trying to get their business like legal. I'll just try to sum up the first season. They're trying to get their business legal. All right, they're doing a whole bunch of illegal stuff. They're killing people. There's a whole bunch of stuff and drama that goes on dealing with gangsters and other gangs and stuff. Like they're of course they're called the Peaky Blinders. Then you got like Italians that come in later. You got Jews. I don't think the French are in there. I might just be mistaken. Germans, maybe. There's a couple of gang affiliated gangs in there. Gang affiliated gangs. Yeah, that's nice. There's a couple of race affiliated gangs in there, and they were all divided, and it's just them trying to conquer over everything and let them know basically who's the big boss of the time. But skip on to later with such and such. And I'm at season 5 right now. I didn't realize there was only 5 seasons of the show. Right now, in 3 days from when I'm making this, since it's June 7th, there's 3 days and the final season will come out, and I'm assuming it's just going to be all of it. I'm going to watch it, and I'm going to come back with another video because I really like the show. I would occasionally go to sleep with it on. I mean, no, what? No, ew, what? No, I never did that. I wouldn't go to sleep and I'd have it on, is what I meant to say. I'd get finished playing a game or recording a video, and then I'd find myself staying up from like 12 o'clock at night to at least 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning just because I got so invested. I couldn't get as invested in the characters, probably because of how short it is, but nonetheless, it's still a great show. Nonetheless, my favorite personal character. Of course I'm rooting for Tommy. Tommy's my boy, but like over time, I start liking Arthur and how he builds up his character. At first he's all over the place and but then it shows his progress throughout the entire season. And I love the interactions between the brothers and how they're just so comfortable around each other. Like there's multiple scenes where like there'll be like sexual scenes, them having intercourse, and then the other one will walk in and be like, "Jesus, don't you have a room for this?" And they'll just keep going about their business, and it makes for a nice chuckle. It's a very stressful show too. A very stressful show. Like every season, at least multiple times throughout it, like the main character will get into some kind of trouble, and then it's just like I'm thinking to myself, I'll be so invested into it that where I'm thinking that, Jesus, Tommy, how are you going to get out of it this time? How are you going to get out of this time? And then he somehow finds a way to pull it through. But right now, there's the what I see that the last season is supposed to be about. It's supposed to be about Tommy's right hand, which is, what is her name? Polly. That's her name. Polly. Okay. So Polly's son. I'm not gonna tell you what happened, like dealing with her son, but Polly's son. It. He has a little girlfriend. These might be a little bit of spoiler, so actually let me say that. Let me say this might be a little bit of a spoiler, so I'm gonna say that now before I get into it. It's just a little bit. It's not oh what happened and who does this and does that. No, Polly's son, from what Tommy is saying, is basically trying to take over the business right now, and because Tommy's so stuck up on the way he is now and all the old stuff, he kind of doesn't want that to happen, and a lot of people are coming for his throne, and he sees that as a problem. He's basically trying to show that he's not weak anymore. So he's going about it, and it seems like his little Polly's son's girlfriend is, I don't want to say, but like from me just speculating and guessing as to what's happening with their relationship, it seems like the girlfriend is kind of manipulating the son into doing all this. But this is just me guessing from what I have put together. It just seemed like he's not going about this his own way. Seems like there's an outside force. There you go. That's the best I could say. But yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say about the show. If you like stuff like old gangster shows and stuff like that, you'll definitely like you'll definitely like this show. But that's about it. All right. Until the next video, boys and girls. Sorry. Until the next video, boys and girls. My apologies.